Hi, this is James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And if you would, bless my Cash App. Bless my Cash App so I can purchase more acrylic paint, masking tape, and paintbrushes. It's just that simple. You can view my art at maskingtapetreasures.com. All right. This one is called Terry's Story. Yes. Yes, look. We was at DuSable High School. It was in the early 80s when I met Terry, Now, Terry wasn't a fighter or a shooter. Terry was just cool, I introduced him to my crew. And they took to him. They took to him well, They took him in like he was one of us, My crew, me and my crew, we were all in the marching band, okay? We were in the band. Symphony orchestra, marching band, jazz band, all of that. So it was cool, I played the timbales. I played the timbales. And everybody else fell in line with whatever that. Some of them played the bass drum. They played the snares and everything like that, Well, I created a lot of cadences, a lot of cadences, that they still play today. They still playing them today, They still playing it today. Okay, anyway, Terry joined us. He played snare. So after we figured out that he could play a little bit, we put him on snares, okay? And we really did good. We really did good. We even did a few gigs outside of the school, So that was good. Look, one day Terry told me, that he was talking to this chick, this chick in his history class. Yeah, he showed me her pictures and stuff like that, And I saw him. I said, hey, yeah, she fine, man. She fine. She fine, So as time went on, Terry came to me looking kind of sad, Looking sad, And I asked him, I said, hey, man, what's wrong? What's wrong, bro? And he simply said, man, she done got up and got pregnant on me. Dun, dun, dun. So I said, what? He said, yeah, she did. She did it. So I said, man, hey, man, you should be happy. You should be happy. Maybe you'll have a little Terry or something, And then he thought about it. And then he smiled. He smiled, Yep. Well, anyway, 9 months later, he had Terry Jr. Just like I predicted. Yes. Just like I predicted. Okay. And he was so proud. He was so proud. Well, Terry Jr. was about 3 years old. And things started going left for Terry and his girl, They argued a lot. And Terry would confide in me, Everybody in the hood would confide in me because I would actually listen to him, I wouldn't say nothing negative about it, but I would tell them in a way that it's wrong, or, if they're right or if they're wrong. I would actually tell them, Actually tell them, That's the way I am, Well, one day, Terry and his girl, they went to a club. They went to a club. I guess they were trying to make up or something, you know. Well, when Terry went to the restroom, his girl spiked his drink. Yes, she spiked him, you know. But she must have put too much in there, because once Terry started drinking his drink, Terry went into convulsions. Started shaking and stuff like that, in convulsions, and then he passed out. So they had to get an ambulance there to take him to the hospital, you know. And then he went into a coma, you know. Now, later on, like 2 weeks later, they determined that his girl had did it, and the police, the popos got involved, and she went to jail. I don't know how many years she got or whatever, but she almost took this man's life, you know. So Terry was in a coma for a month, and we didn't see him or nothing, you know. He went in there for a month, you know, and then he came out of his coma. So we all went up there to see him, you know, to see how he's doing and stuff. And he was sleep and stuff, wake up, sleep, you know. So we decided to leave him alone and let him go and give him some time to recover, okay? So when he got out the hospital, Terry was a different man. Yes, he was. He wasn't the same. He had a dazed look about himself, you know, a placid look. Like that, you know, and his face was puffy and stuff. And he became very, very aggressive. Okay? Very aggressive, you know. So, and he really couldn't function. He really couldn't function. And he would go from happy to extremely aggressive, like that. Switch he'll switch up like that, you know. So a lot of my crew didn't want to be around him that much, but I would talk with him, but he would switch on and off. Because one day we were talking and we was walking. This was at nighttime. We was walking and we were talking, and he was talking nice to me. Then all of a sudden he turned around and bam, he punched the window out of a bus, you know. I'm talking about shattered the glass with one punch. And I said, man, what's wrong? His hand was bleeding and everything. So it must have affected his brain to the point where there was no in between. Like, he was either extremely nice and happy to extremely aggressive and angry. You know, you don't want to be around nobody like that. Because he could get you killed and stuff, you know. Well, I think his mother got Terry Jr. because, you know, they couldn't trust Terry with his kid, you know. Man, I don't know if Terry ever recovered, you know, from whatever drug she put in his drink, you know. Man, it's crazy. But I prayed that somehow he got better, you know, and resumed his life. Because he was a meek person. He really was. He was a meek brother. Okay? He was very meek at first. Yes. All right. Man, I'm telling you, man, when I think back to these stories, you know, it makes me feel some kind of way inside, you know, because Terry, which isn't his real name, that Terry is not his real name, okay? But y'all know you can't say nobody's name or stuff like that. So I just made up a name. That's a fictitious name that I made up, but Terry was a good friend of mine, you know. Yeah. Every time I talk about, I tell a story like this, I start thinking back, like I start feeling like I felt back in the day, you know. So, I don't know. All right, you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share them with your loved ones. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. And even share them with your enemies. All right, y'all. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair dance.
Oh my God.